Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Welcome to another exciting live stream from the studio of Sandra McEwen Enamels. Dun, dun, dun. Peg, it's always your good morning, Peg. Happy Valentine's Day. Look, I'm wearing pink. That was the closest I could get. I actually had a red dress, but it was just a little too cold, and I wanted to walk to my studio today, and I knew that I'd be chilly so I decided to forgo that and just go with the pink top. So yes, welcome to everybody. And today we're going to be doing some enameling of some variety. I've got some ideas of what we're going to work on, and I know that we'll probably make a small amount of progress. How do I sound, Peg? Well, I'm just going to assume I sound good. I didn't get that error message that I normally get. Oh, good, good. That I keep meaning to look into, but it's because it wants to play a sound when there's things happening, which would actually be helpful for me to notice, but I have to go into the OBS settings and figure that out, and I just keep forgetting to do that. So we'll just get started here. Good morning, Easel Cat. Good morning. Or afternoon. Technically, it is 1 minute into the afternoon hour here. So, and beautiful. It's a sunny day, a little brisk. Whew. I say it's a little brisk, but it's actually pretty nice out. So I see that we have our daffodils. Well, not in my yard because we're still a little bit cold, but when I was on my walk yesterday, I saw some daffodils in full bloom in some of the sunnier yards. So I was excited about that. So I am on board with spring. So let's see what we're going to do today. Before we get too far into it, let me switch to the workbench camera. Oh, you can see I did spend some time. I have taped down here the microscope camera. You can see I've got that. I have it actually taped to the microscope itself, and we're going to hope that that all works out because the stand that this little thing came with was just not that great, and it was taking up a lot of space. And so you can see here, I'll show you here, you can see how it's taped right here onto the microscope. So hopefully my jerry rig will be sufficient for what we're doing. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that microscope off because we don't, although it's so cute. Look at the little guy. Look at his little blushy. Oh, he's so cute. I'm going to be working on that today. Today we're going to work on that. That's why it is pulled out. But we don't need the microscope camera right this moment because I'm going to actually move the microscope. Hopefully moving the microscope out of the way will be all right, just to give us some things to do. I've done very little prep work because I spent the morning doing website stuff, getting things in order, but I guess, we'll start with, let me put that on too. I am going to be uploading a new tutorial tomorrow, and guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to be doing eyeballs. We're going to do a human eyeball ring, like a little bit of a little ring, and we're going to do a dragon eyeball brooch. And we got started on the eyeballs here in the video that I'm going to put up tomorrow on my Vimeo channel, and so we're going to be doing both projects. And here is the kicker, and I don't know if this is going to be that exciting for a lot of you, but I am going to be making the ring, the sterling silver ring setting and the sterling silver brooch setting entirely on my arc welder, which is right here. I have rearranged my studio. I spent a day working in my arc welder because it's just an underutilized and very expensive tool. I've never done anything that extensive with it, so it will be a learning thing. But if you are thinking of getting yourself an arc welder, or you're interested in what you can do with arc welding, we're going to explore it together with this series of tutorials. So we're going to make a ring entirely, and well, obviously this is going to be the enamel part. We're not going to use the arc welder for the enameling, and we're definitely making all three of these eyeballs, and I'm still playing around with different, you know, I might make all three of these just because they're fun, and they're going to incorporate, each one of them will incorporate a small to medium amount of opalescent enamels. So that is something to be excited about ongoing. And then what else before I'm just trying to have a little fun. And also, you know what else I need to do? I have to rearrange. I've got a huge mess in my studio. I got to redo that. But if you remember our last episode, we were working on our pendant, which is, we don't need that either. Do I have the pendant? Nope, I don't have the drawing of it. But we have the royal we have finished up this butterfly pendant, which is the first in the little triumvirate of our friends here. So you can see that that is done. Oh, and if you want to buy it, you totally can. It is on my Etsy store. Look at me, I've added a link to my Etsy store. So if you're at all interested, if you want to see how fabulously expensive this is, it does come with a beautiful rhodium plated chain, but I don't have it right there. And then also last week I finished a couple things. I finished this really sweet pendant. I'm really liking these colors a lot. They're kind of sea foam, has a nice kind of a glow to it, which I like. Came out pretty good, which I like. Also available on the Etsy store. And then we were working on some videos. Earrings, and I did all these in the kind of the same color palette while I had those out. So we have these really pretty earrings. I actually didn't put this one on Etsy because I ran out of time with the photos. Actually, neither one of these is on Etsy. If you want it, you'll just have to contact me. But I did put 2 other earrings on Etsy. You know, it just takes, I spent an entire day photographing, writing things, processing things. But I did go ahead and put these are available on my Etsy store, which honestly, every day I'm like, maybe I'm going to pull these off the Etsy store because I want to keep them. But so that is what is, oh, thank you, Peg. Peg says it looks great. That's awesome. So that is the stuff I'm going to go ahead and get here in case you want. And also I'm going to post this on if you want to come up with your own. Here's my plan for the ring and the pendant. I'm still working through how we're going to actually make it, but definitely going to be using the arc welder. So that will be a challenge for me for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and put these aside so we can get all of our enamels ready for these pieces right here, because I have pulled no enamels. So we're going to do that together. I'm going to put this away and we will start pulling colors. I've got the bases right here for both of them. Remember, we have our first coat, all the wires are down, and we've got our little friend here. So this is what we're starting from today. So I'm just going to set you guys right there. I'll be right back. There we go. So let me see what color. I'm going to set these aside for now so they don't end up on the floor, because we don't want that. And I'm just going to start seeing the colors that we're going to be needing for these, and I'm going to start pulling them. I don't know what I've been doing. It's been crazy. You can see in the studio. Look at these palettes of samples that are all akimbo. We're going to take a moment, quite honestly, and in fact, we're going to do it right now just because I can't move forward with this situation. I can't find the colors until I have rearranged these colors. So settle in for a little bit of color arranging. In fact, we'll start with all the reds and the pinks here. Pinks, oranges, pinks. We'll keep the purples down here. Oranges can hang out over here. Yellows. This will definitely, I know it doesn't seem like it, but it will help me to figure out where things are. Pink over there. That's kind of a green. Green. And I guess I could get the big things, but we're probably going to be using a lot of these colors again. That's a pink. That's a pink. These are just the colors. That's a nice blue. Ooh, that's a nice blue. More blue. This. And get these in order. These are very pretty. There's my favorite yellow. So pretty. That's Old Thompson Y yellow. My new favorite yellow. Gonna do that. Got a lot of yellows pulled. Oh, because we did the... We do have a lot of yellows pulled because of the butterfly that we did. So I'm gonna pull some of these oranges. That's the peach. I know we need that. Yellows. I'm just gonna actually keep the yellows up here. Not sure, do I need yellows today? A few. Oh, I see that Chartreuse was trying to escape. He was attached to the bottom of this. We need a little bit of yellow, not a ton. So, but I am gonna just move yellows up here to make a little bit of room. Greens, minty greens. I know we don't really need too much in the realm of minty greens today, so we'll keep those. Don't you love this color combo? They're both kind of shades of green. That is Shamrock Green, Old Thompson. It's a really pretty color, mixed with kind of this really pale. What is that? That's a yellow green pale Hirasawa. It's just together they have this really nice glow. I was enjoying them when I was making that angel wing ear pendant over the weekend. So we're just moving some things. We probably don't need a lot of blues today. I don't even know what we're gonna need, but we'll just get these out of the way. Purples. Do we need purples? Maybe a touch. Definitely don't need these reds. These oranges. Oh, definitely don't need that. Greens. We have so much in the... I'm going to move the purples over here. We definitely need some browns with our little mouse friend. So we'll take that purple. We're getting closer. And more greens. Oranges. I swear I've got so many of my swatches are kind of in play right now. Oh, and Mikado. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, I should have taken, sorry about the Etsy thing still being up. I always forget. I'm sure there's probably a way to have them come up, stay for 1 minute, and then get put down. I just have not done it. All right, so I'm feeling a little bit better. Oh, did you notice you probably can't tell. I'm gonna go to my selfie cam. You can't tell. I've rearranged my back area so it's a little bit tidier. I got an extra little thing and I put some books. I put like my award right then. I was like, should I bring, I have 3 Saul Bell awards. Should I bring them and put them up there? Is that, it's too much? Maybe I'll bring one, the most recent. But so I'm enjoying having some of my enameling books here. They're right at the fingers if I need to refer to something. And also everything is just a little bit more organized and less akimbo. So that is the excitement. And really I did it all because I wanted to have more access to my arc welder, which is this guy right here. Here's the arc welder. Here, let me turn him on. I'm not going to do anything with him, but he's going to take a moment to start up, but actually I don't even have the tip in right now. So that is the arc welder that we're going to be using in the next, it's going to be, we got to finish the enamels before we even get to the arc welding part. And so I don't even know why I turned that on. So yeah, I know it's too much. Well, and the thing is, I was like, they're at home and they're really heavy. This one is actually fairly light. It's hollow, but those other awards, they're like this big and they are solid. I'm going to say they are like 10 pounds. You could definitely get an arm workout with them. And they're big. And I was like, honestly, it's one of those things that literally nobody else would like. And so you're like, should I throw it away? Should I keep it? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll have them up by Friday. But that is it. So let's think about the colors. Let's go back. You've seen the new setup, which I'm particularly excited about this little cubby, like right here with, look, it's a double thing. It's a spinny and then a thing, a double Lazy Susan. All right. Let's go back to the workbench. So we've got some colors. We definitely, actually I'm going to bring these down just a little bit because I do want to actually pull the colors that we need. We're going to need chartreuse. Let's start with this guy because I can see chartreuse, dark gold, elf green, so sweet. Where are you, elf green? Well, we'll find you. Elf green, dark green, 47. Chartreuse chrome, obviously. Oh, there's elf green. Chartreuse, 737. No, 934. 34. So those will be for his body, which I think will be pretty. And then we'll want for the background, we've got, what are the colors for the background? Definitely turquoise lump. Ah, here we are. That's the background. Maybe a little bit of that would be good. And probably cannot. And then we definitely need for our little flowers, we need our N21, our N20. We'll want our pale yellow. Probably want a nice warm yellow too. There we go. So we're going to grab those. These can come back here. I've already made a mess. Do we need some black? Maybe. Maybe. And then we just need some things for our mouse friend. Let's just move you out of the way. Mouse. Probably caramel. Yes. And there we go. Let me grab the browns. And I know we need the pink for your little blushy face. All right, I think we're getting these. I'm going to go ahead and put these. I've messed them up again. I'm going to go actually get the enamel trays and we will get started. Oh, I definitely need the whites, blah, blah, blah. So that is happening. Brown. Let's see about some browns. I want, all right, I think caramel purple, purple amber, brown deep, Raw sienna's pretty. Honey, platinum, purple amber, 125. B, so slightly darker version. Dark taupe. 125B, there we go. There's our dark brown. And then what else do we need? We have honey and platinum. There's platinum. Where's honey? Honey, there we go. Very sweet. So this is our friend right there. I think that'll be good. And now we just actually need to get, do we need anything else here? No. Well, let us put that away. And we're going to start with the obvious. I've got a bunch of enamels. I didn't even put the lids on these things. Got a lot of enamels. So I'm going to start, pull these up and see what we need. Definitely L47. And yeah, I was super lazy. I didn't put the lids on. So it should be fine though. L47 is right here. Let's grab our, there's Elf. There we are. N37, Nino Mia. You hang out over there. Regular yellow, N24. So we're over there. What else do we need? These are all very blue. Pale. Oh, maybe just a little bit of this extra pale yellow. You can never say no to that. You can never say no to some regular pale blue. You know we're going to want it. And let's see, L65. L65 right here. There we go. Lump enamel, forget me not right there. I knew I had a lot of these pulled. And then turquoise. Well, we obviously want 546 blue. I'll grab that, obviously. And then 295 turquoise right there. There we go. That's good. So I don't see, what is this? S4, no, I don't think we need any of these colors right now. So you guys, let's see what we've got over here. We've got 191 yellow. Nope, I don't think we want that. Oh, here is our very vivid yellow, very pretty. We'll keep you. Bring welcome to the gang. And 934, chartreuse. Goldenrod is pretty. I have a lot of 737, which, you know, might be close enough. And then we need our gold. N20, very pale gold. N24, Zoop, right there. And browns. Honey. Honey. Let's bring browns up here. Caramel. Let's see, do we have any of these? No peach. 210. I know I want these white, milky whites. These are for those little flower buds. Translucent and 210. I don't have the samples for those, but we definitely want those two colors. And what is this? Oh, Mikado. Nope. Oh, baby pink. Yes, please. Give me some baby. Baby pink can hang out right there. And so we really just need, what is this? Oh, N23. Oh, that's caramel. Perfect. N23 is there. And then there's caramel right there. So it is literally just two colors we have to find. and wash. Purple Amber Deep and Neon Shippo Platinum Blonde. Perfect. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to put these two things away, and I promise at the end of the day I will put the lids on these and get them refiled. Refiled. Oh, while we're here, should we? Maybe. Do we want to do a dewdrop while we're here? Maybe. Those were sitting over there. But, so wait, let me grab Purple Amber Deep and Platinum Blonde. You know what? Let's make some fresh brown. Purple Amber Deep and Platinum Blonde. There's Platinum. Purple Amber Deep. I see the fines. Here is Purple Amber Deep right there. That one. And then we just need Platinum, which might be in the yellows. Let's see. Platinum. Oh, no. Well, that one's not sifted. Yeah, Platinum went a little yellow on me the last time. I did not like it. Honey? Maybe honey? No, we have honey. Gold. Let's see how light this one is. Honey. I'm trying to decide. We'll do it. Platinum. Don't disappoint me, Platinum. Now we're just going to get 2 cups. And we're just going to do a quick wash on these. Let me, not that one. This one sounds good. And we're going to, we'll see if we get to these. Yeah, I think actually with these I want to do a vivid orange sunset color, which is not the palette we're working on today. So we'll do that later. S125B. I also sold a pair of earrings the other day that I need to get started on as well. 125B. Purple. Amber. Deep. And Platinum. Platinum. G760A. Perfect. I need to get a little water. I'm going to get a couple cups right there. I want some paper towels. I want some distilled water. Get 2 of these. Got some water. Bit of that. I'm going to take one moment. I really liked cutting my paper towels into smaller bits. Seemed like it worked really well. It was nice having a tiny little stack of paper towels, just the right size. Look, I have a nice one of those. This. And a nice big glass of water. There we go. Now, let's get, I know I'm going to dribble on this, so let's just move you out of the way temporarily. And I'm going to get a little bit of this. We don't need much. And these browns, they tend to deteriorate faster than any other color. The moment they touch water, they're like a little ticking time bomb. And yeah, let me get one of these. That should be enough. Yeah, that should be enough. I wonder if it would be better to just do the most pale yellow while we're here. What would that be? Something 00. Honey. All right, well, I don't have any out of the gate, so we'll just put these browns back. And that is good. We'll start with the easy one because it's been sifted. I'm not even sure if I'm going to start with this or the grasshopper. I'm going to bring them both to completion at the same time, so it doesn't really matter which one I start with. That should be good. I didn't even pull the colors for these little, I totally forgot about these little strips down here. Whatever, we'll get those. When we get to those, we get to those. So many colors in these things. All right, so we've got those ready to go. And, oh, we didn't really need to look at this silver. Turn you off. There we go. Now, last little thing, I'm just going to pull my samples here so they don't end up everywhere. It'll be good. I'm just 46. We've got these little guys. I see I've already lost honey. No, that's caramel. Beautiful. Now we're ready to get started. So I've got all the colors over there. Oops. Brown and brown. And I think I'm going to actually start with this guy. So I'm going to pull my microscope into the picture, and we'll turn on the microscope cam so we can get a close-up view. You can get a close-up view. And so we're going to start with this one. Keep you right there. So we'll get you right there. Take off my glasses, scooch, pull you in. There we go. I can see that. Now are we ready to turn on the microscope camera? There we are. Let me take a moment to, is the light on? still pretty close up, but it's a little bit, God, I could even go another inch or two up. It is a close up indeed, close up indeed. And then that means I can pull in just a little bit. There we go. So you can see what is what. And I'm going to just have a little looky-loo through my microscope right here. Get that arranged. I always, whenever I get to this microscope and I look through it, it's like my whole body just relaxes, and I'm like, yes. It's always nice because the whole rest of the world just disappears. I can see that there's a weird piece of something. What is that? There's like a fleck of silver. Oh, and it's definitely doesn't please me. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it out. Like, I'm not sure if you can see right here. Let's see. See this piece of silver that got... It's a little square of cloisonne wire that is now attached on the bottom of that. Let's see if I can... Well, probably not much to be done about it. We'll just... What color is that going to be? Whatever. I guess I could. I'll probably put a dot of gold foil over it. Let me grab some. Grab some gold foil. Oh, good morning, Kim. Good morning. There we are. And where did I put my... Oh, I'll just put a tiny little... I must have my... I know I rearranged and I put my hole punch over there because it was no longer all that great. Wait, that's not it. You little bastard. All right. Hole punch. What would I use the hole punch for? Oh, earring cards. That's where I put it because it is great for punching out holes for earring cards. There you are. Not quite as good anymore for gold, but it'll do. So I'm going to make a dot. This is a 1 millimeter hole punch. I'm going to make a couple, 3. Let's see if I can find them. Oh yeah, they do like to stick to the... There we are. I think this is going to be too big. There it is, hold on. Let me get a tiny brush. There we go. And see if I can put a tiny dot of water in there. There's hopefully enough enamel in there. Let me get this piece of gold. See right here? I'm just going to see if I can just jam the gold. We'll cover up that piece. There we go. There we are. Can't even tell there's a piece of silver tucked in there. It's perfect. Perfect. Let's just put you right there. Well, hey, Glass and Fun, thank you for subscribing. And don't forget, I am going to be doing some sort of a drawing only for subscribers to Vimeo and to subscribers to Vimeo, and if you subscribe to me on Twitch. Subscribe, not follow. It has to be subscribe. And so I think I already have you on the list, Glass and Fun. And I know I remember your name, but I can't remember it right now. And we're going to do it all at one time. And it's going to be sample strips and maybe something else. So, oh, don't you, has it arrived yet? Did you get it from Rio? Oh, yo, sorry, you got the little baby microscope, the little one. So I thought you were talking about you got a giant microscope. Yeah, hopefully it's good and seems to be working. I hope there's no like, you know, it was a little inexpensive and I'm like, is there like spyware on that thing? I don't know. I did not install, don't install the software because it's not necessary. So we don't need this. I've done a dot. We've fooled around and I'm going to put this back. Remember, I read somewhere that if you can't find something, you should always put it back the first place that you looked for it. I'm going to do that, which is with my gold leaf. Because where it wasn't even like the third place I looked for it. Oh, nice, nice. It's not like super high def. I mean, obviously not super high def, but it gets it done. So I'm going to get a little piece of foam to put under here just to even everything out. So it's not, there we go. That's a little bit straighter. Yeah, $40 on Amazon. $40. And I'm just going to have another little look through the microscope. Make sure there's no other, you know, this stuff has been sitting around for a while. It looks good. See if anything's sticking up that wants to come down. I can see I want to push that wire down. And I'll probably get started with just, do I want to trim you? Do you need to be trimmed? Yes. Let me trim you. Let me make sure that the little piece of trimming doesn't end up in another little circle, because that wouldn't be great. Bend you down. That's good. Everything else is good. You're down. You're down. All right. Your little feet. You're good. So that is good. Early March. That seems like it takes a long time. But let me know when you get it. So let's see. Chartreuse. We're going to get our greens here. Elf. Chartreuse. Citrus. And that. And I'm going to go ahead and do a mini wash on those. Putting things away. Too good. Let me just. Oh, New Zealand. No Amazon Prime. But still, I mean, I guess to be honest, the prize is actually you get to live in New Zealand, so that's pretty cool. All right, we got some dark green. I feel like I'm going to grab the 42 and 42 grass. Let's not sully our good water. Well, yeah, and I don't know what, I mean, I'm using it through OBS is how I'm actually accessing the video feed. So I'm not sure what your plans are for, I mean, maybe, well, because the guy on the YouTube video that I watched, he was unable to get the software to work on his computer, but it worked fine coming into OBS. Yeah, it hooks up just like any other camera. And I've got a Mac. I got a Mac. I'm like, oh, and I have a Mac now. I'm a Mac family. And I also realized I could just, yeah, I'm not gonna wax poetic about Macs anymore. I think everyone's heard that. Got that. Yes, definitely gonna grab. I'm just spilling. Yeah, super easy. I think the only weird thing was, it's just like there's always that weird dance you do. Sorry, there's a weird thing. That dance you do when you're hooking things up to OBS where it doesn't see it. So you're like, all right, am I supposed to plug it in first, then second? Hold on, I got a weird background items added. Open. Yeah, let me close that. Hopefully that didn't affect things. I'm always weird about weird pop-ups. There we go. So last little thing is I want to get the N42, which I know I already have. It's just on that other tray. So, oh good. Well, great. Well, I don't know. Can we cross share? We should do like I don't know how that all works, but something like that. All right, N42. Certainly I have N42. Let me go look. Green. N43. Of course. N48. Nope. Whatever. I'm going to grab the N42 just because. Oh, lawn? No, I don't want to do lawn. Gonna make it work. N42. Oh, there's that. Let me just double check that I do indeed want N42. I do indeed. Indeed I do want N42. Was that a I've made poetry. Warm. Let us see. N42. N42, N44. Maybe that's why I don't have it. Cool green. N42. I bet I have it in that other one. Green. Caddy yellow, interesting. Nope. Is it at home? Let me just look one more place. N42. I'm going to have to leave a note for myself. Rose, peach. Why is peach over there? Wrong. 36. All right, I've got to make a note to self to bring some N42 in because I'm surprised I didn't have any because I obviously need it. But we'll grab some N43. We'll be fine. And call it a day. So we're getting started. We're getting, there's always a little slow beginning. And 43, it's just one hair slightly darker. Well, maybe this bamboo as well will be okay. There we go. I just like to have the options. Pour you right there. That's good. It's pretty much exactly the same shade as that, isn't it? Fine. I don't like this one. Bamboo is too blue. Too blue, too blue. And oh, I found it. Boom. Ha. Good, because I wasn't liking those two options at all. You guys can go over there. I'm going to do a little wash. This is one of those colors that's getting harder and harder to find. This is Mia green, very pretty. Medium, not too warm, not too cold. Just right. Just right. Now, Glass and Fun, do you have a link to your Twitch channel that you could share with the group so we can all follow you? This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh, I do need some black as well for his eyeball, but that's fine. I got some. Yeah, this green was not sifted. Oh, at Glass and Fun. Thank you. That makes sense. That makes sense. And I swear, I promise this is the last color I'm going to grab. I need black for his eyeball. I shouldn't make promises I can't keep. But it's right here, so. Just for your eyeball, and I've already used all this water. There we go. Now I'm going to just get a little bit more water and we will get some enamel on here today. Some nice fresh. Let's move you out of the way. Sip of water. Oh, I bet lamp working would be very popular on Twitch. It's very dynamic. It's like magical. There we go. Now, oops. So I'm going to grab, these are the colors. Oh, glasses are on the floor. And this. Perfect. Now, where do we start? I'm going to start just a little bit. Start with this little head. Right there. Let's see, oop. There we go. Gonna start with this little head. A little bit of darkness right there. And I'm gonna keep it pretty light. I do have too much. You know, half the battle with these Twitch things is the setup, the cameras, the technology. The imposter syndrome. There we go. Let's put some black in his eyeball. Got that. Well, hey, Margaret. Welcome. Good evening. It's afternoon here. Yeah, sorry, I missed the stream last week. I actually felt pretty good, but I had some sort of congestion and I was all sniffly. It was gross. Nobody needed to see that. So I'm going to put a little black in his eyeball. Maybe I should have started with that, but let's see. That is good. And then what's happening with your, oh, I didn't even do a color there. I'm going to do kind of a dark. Antenna, I guess, will be dark. That's good. Oh yeah, I remember you're in Scotland. Scotland. Now, I'm going to do dark here. And then going to, I think the elf is a good combo. Let's see if yeah, you can't really see, the colors aren't great on the microscope. Actually, probably would be good to be tipped up just a little bit. Wonder if I can make that happen. That's probably better. There we go. It's tipping a little bit away from me, but I think I can make that work. Let's get some of this N42 that I was fussing on about. N42. Just the perfect grain. But just, oh. A little bit right here that we want to remove. There we go. And some elf. And these grains really don't need that much feathering because they're very blendy. They blend, they self-blend. Sorry, I see a dot I need to get rid of. See that dot? Get out of there. Give it to me. There it is. There's that dot. That's good. Now, what's next? How about I'm gonna do our legs. Want to be light, so we'll start with our chartreuse here, a little dollop and a little dollop. There we go. There's that. Do you have another leg? Oh, it's back here. Oh. Doop. Let's see what's going on with our leg. We've got maybe a little bit darker here. That's our leg, then it kind of comes. Oh, I see. Could have been a little bit more. I think it's fine. It'll do, but we're going to make it super light. Oops. Let's not scooch that. I'll have to clean some of that up a little bit. That's fine. A little bit of this. Right like that. I'm going to take some scissors because I keep knocking this piece of paper, and I'm going to, you know what? Excuse me while I'm just going to cut this piece of paper so it is only the thing that I want to look at and no more. I'm constantly cutting and re-gluing these things because honestly those earrings are done. Oh, I didn't even show you the earrings. I'll show you them. I actually did use my arc welder on those earrings because I didn't like how basic they were, and I added, I'm going to show it to you. I know it's extra, but I added these 5mm peridot after the fact because I didn't like, there was just kind of just a hole there and it wasn't very fancy, so I added these 5mm peridots using my arc welder. I literally sawed off, I removed the enamel on the back part, I sawed it off, and then I just arc welded these guys in there. Easy peasy. There we go. There's that. Oh, and these are available. Hold on. On my Etsy store, you may buy these. So there's that. Now back to the program. Back to the program. So we've got that. We've got this guy, which is now just right. There we go. Now nothing's in my way. I have no excuse. No excuse. Put a little bit right there. Just like that. And I'm going to just get a pokey tool and make sure that, you know, with these real narrow things, you want to make sure that it's not sitting on top of the wire. That's definitely down, and it is. So, and then we're going to do this kind of interesting orange area. We'll start with a little bit of this orange right here. Going into a real, let me get some of that N20, very pale gold. But yes, if you are at all interested in an arc welder, definitely check out. I'm going to be doing it in my Vimeo thing with our opalescent project. We're still probably about a month out from actually getting to that portion of it. But if you had your eye on an arc welder or you were interested in it, I'm going to make an entire silver sterling ring setting and brooch setting for 2 pieces of enamel entirely. And yes, you could definitely probably make them maybe easier, I don't know, using traditional methods, but I'm going to do it with the arc welder just to see if I can do it. All right, so we got a little bit of this very pale. Oh, yeah, I turned that off. Good. A little bit of that. And then I want a little touch of shadow here. Make sure you can see what's going on right here. A little bit of that. I can't tell which one of these is lighter. This one's a little lighter. Who even knows? They're so similar. And that looks good. Now we're going to do just a little bit of wicking because we got a lot of moisture floating around over here. Let's just wick some of that. Perfect. And now we're going to do, that'll be the darker color. Let's get some of our dark green. A little dark here too. Would not wick too much. There we go. Think. Push that up just a little bit. 42. That seems good. A little bit 42 here. What color? Maybe a little. That's good. We've got, I don't have a wire there, but I definitely want to put a little touch of green right there, just to give the impression that his belly or his wing continues under there. And I'm going to do the darkest of the greens. Right under here. That's good. Now we have his other wings. Oh, hey, Drew. Welcome, welcome. I forget where my camera is. There we go. Now, I'm going to do dark. but a little bit. A little dark here. And a little bit here. A little bit of this. A little bit more water. There's that. What's going on with his belly? A little bit of elf, I think. Let's see how we're doing. We've got feet, feet, feet. Dark grass. A little shadow behind his leg. Maybe even extra dark under his leg. Just to make that go backward. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of this dark, dark green. See how we have this wire and it's not perfectly hugging the edge, and that's fine, but I'm going to put a little dark behind that wire, just to frame his weird belly thing. Belly thing, is that an etymologic, whatever the word is? Words. All right, so elf, that is the green we want down here. A little bit of that. Get you in there. A little water, there we go. And a little bit of this. It's good. Now, oh, yes, thank you. We've been going on and on about this little microscope that we got. I got it on Amazon for $40. So it's not super high quality, but it kind of gives you the sense of what's going on. So, and it's actually good because I'm not having to fool with my phone as much. So I can just, because the phone was really getting in the way. It was really cramping my style. So what is going on here? We definitely want more of a yellow tint. Up here, I'm just going to lay that in. I don't hate that. We're going to put a little bit right there. It's always trying new things. Let's get some of this elf. And some of that dark green right behind that wire. Dark, dark? No. Grass. Just do. That one's pretty snug up against it, so I'm not so worried about it. That's good. Now we have a little bit more of this orange. I know, I know. $40. And I'm usually kind of, fudging the numbers, but it was exactly $40, wasn't it? So Although once they feel that people are buying it, they'll probably raise the price. But there's a bunch of them. And the thing is, it's like they had similar ones for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And it's just hard to know, A, if it's going to be compatible with what you're doing. So as much as I'd like to get something a little higher end, and they're all you're not going to be able to return something like that. They had one that Medji makes, and it was like $300 or $400, and it was not. They made a point of saying it's not returnable, and I'm like, well then, never mind, never mind. Okay, we're gonna do. I'll put this right there. A little bit of this dark orange, not too much. Yeah, but the stand it comes with it is kind of, it's meant for use doing like coins, so it's at the perfect height for doing a small penny. But if you want it to do a bigger area, it needs to be much higher up. So I have it taped literally with Gorilla Tape to my microscope. I think that's, I want green to be on the edge here, so let me green here. Push some of that orange out of the way. What is that dot? There we go. You realize how many tiny little flecks of things are everywhere in the world when you start looking through a microscope. Light. Get that fleck out of there. There we go. And then slightly darker. Do we want to go as dark as this? Yeah, I think so. Just on the tip. Just a little bit like that. Yeah, that's fine. And a little bit of the elf to smooth that transition out a little bit. That's good. And then I need a tiny dollop of dark right there. And that should be... Well, hey, Zinadu, first-time chatter, welcome. Zinadu asks, I've always wondered how jewelry enamel would work with I assume you mean fusing, in a dental laboratory porcelain oven in a vacuum. I have not, I don't have that technology, but you might have good luck because what you do need is the vacuum. I find fusing just easier with a torch in general, but obviously that's because that's how I learned to do it. And, maybe next week we should do some fusing. We should fuse together for sure pretty soon. But it might work. If you have all that equipment, you should definitely try to do that. And let me know how it goes. I'm going to put a little bit dark green. There we go. Let me just put a little bit of dark green right around to frame this wire here. There we go. There we go. I feel like that's our little guy. There's our little guy. So now we're going to set the greens aside for now, pull some blues for our background. And I'm going to take one moment. I got a little bit of green. You can see the little bit of green, yellow green I want to remove right there. Let me take another moment. It's always good to just take a moment, have a look. Don't be afraid to look. And anywhere that, hold on, I want to put a little bit more enamel right in here. That's good. Now, we're ready for blues. I like fusing. It feels dangerous. You know, I learned how to fuse before I learned how to solder. So I had never done any soldering. And my friend Lillian handed me a torch. And she's like, let me show you how you can make these really cool, chambre levé bases. And then you won't have to learn how to solder because you won't have to make any. And she showed me and I was hooked. And then I did eventually learn how to solder because it's not that, it's adjacent, it's solder adjacent. Now let's get our blues. We're going to remember we've got our L65. I'm going to grab our colors for the background. I have a little bit more of a greenish color here that I might want to introduce. Building. Xanadu, are you a dentist? Are you a dentist? I do have a lot of dentists that come and take classes from me, especially when they retire and they have little dental kilns and they want to get creative with them. So blues, let me get some forget-me-not. I've got this, we're running low on all of these blues. We'll see how far we get with them. And I really, really love this ultramarine blue. There's really there's a lot of similar colors, but it's just a really pretty, it either goes warmer or cooler depending. You could pair it with a really intense cobalt blue, or you could turn it, as we are, into more of the green adjacent colors. It really goes both ways, which is nice. There we go. And of course our forget-me-not. Who can forget our forget-me-not? It's almost time to grind up some more. Dental lab technician is my day job. That makes perfect sense, perfect sense. Do they 3D print? They make casts. Do they do any 3D printing? My mom was getting got a bridge for her bottom teeth, and they did this whole 3D printed scan of her mouth. It seemed pretty high tech. Oh, I spilled that. Put that everywhere. We'll get these. Oh my gosh, it's 1:30 already. We're an hour and a half into this. But we've got our little character done, which is actually the emotionally challenging part. Little 546, maybe for the dots, Doop, doop, doop. All right, we'll start with let me have a look. We got a couple dots. Are we still in the center here? Let's just go right here. We're going to be doing these background areas right now. We got a little bit of yellow. That'll be fine. I see the yellow background there. It'll make it go a little bit more green, but that's not terrible because this is a little bit on the green side anyway, so I think it'll be fine. I'm going to keep it a simple blue just because there's so much going on. Now I'm having second thoughts. Am I keeping it a simple blue? No, I'm gonna grab, I know I do this all the time. Trust me. You were married to me, you would be sick of my shit. I'm gonna grab some peacock. See how right down here, I can probably zoom in just a little bit. Ugh, go to zoom. Hold on. Zoom. There we are. See how it's a little bit more of the bluish green here going into the blue. I do want to do that now that I'm looking at it. So I am going to grab some, oh, a digital department. Very exciting. Let me grab some peacock. I have plenty of green, blues. We got it, we got it. You know, my sister, my beautiful sister, who lives in Ohio, she works at the Museum of Natural History in Cleveland, Ohio, and her job is she's scanning these really, really delicate skulls and making, like, just to make sure that they can, of like early, I don't know, ancient things, ancient skulls, and making 3D models that they can put on display, and also just so they have the 3D record because they're all so very delicate. And that's what she does. It's pretty amazing. I'm very proud. I'm a little jealous. a little jealous because it seems like the best job ever. She seems to like it too, so that's good. Let's just bring this turquoise in here. And you know what? Why not that? No, hold on. Yes? No. Aqua? Yes. All right, I just brought a couple options here, and that is good. I need to find a spot to put this. Sorry, I know you can't really see what's going on because I zoomed in a little bit. So, just because. All right, so we've got, for our cooler colors, we're going to do, I think those two are good. And then for our warmer colors, we're going to do these. Let's see how this looks. A little sad. Is it sad? No, it's good. Looked old, and there's some floaters in there, but we can work around those. So there we go. And while I do this, there we go. A little bit of that. That's a good one with this turquoise. Nice, nice, nice. I think I already washed this, but can you wash things too much? No. No, you cannot. There we go. And just for giggles, let's do a little N49 aqua. That's good. This one's a little bit reactive, but we're going to make it work. There we go. So we've got 3 kind of more aquamarines, 3 more of those, and now we're ready to get started. And just a reminder while I'm getting started with this, let me put a little water. So we're going to do the more aqua going in like that, kind of at a direction like that. We don't have a lot of this color. We might have to wash some more. But just a reminder, there will be a giveaway soon. Well, not too soon, in about a month. A giveaway of a sample strip and maybe something different. Maybe something in it, you know, something bigger than a sample strip. Maybe a piece of, well, all right, it's going to be a piece of enamel. And to be eligible, you do need to be a subscriber to my channel or a subscriber to my Vimeo channel. Hold on, I know. Vimeo. Subscribe to my Vimeo channel and you can watch lots of actual tutorial videos about this. And honestly, if you do both, you can have 2 entries, but you have to let me know. It's all on the honor system because I'm kind of lazy and very trusting. So if you want in on that, which will be in about a month, give or take a month, I don't know. I promise it will be worth your while, if you win anyway, and you'll be disappointed if you don't win. But I guarantee there will be at least 5 winners. 5 winners of something. That I have to remember. But if you've already emailed me with your info, you don't have to do it again. Unless you are, if you've mentioned that you're on both, you got 2 entrances. But if you're in both, you can email me and let me know that you want 2 things. And I'm just starting with the light color here, you know, picking out the shapes. That's going to be right there. I do really like this combo of these warm, kind of greenish blues with these vivid apple greens. It's kind of, I find it to be a really alluring color combo. So yeah, we'll do the green. That's going to be a little extra green down there because of that yellow. Can we see it still? Yes. That's fine. Doop, 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 doop. And then, yeah, we'll switch over to our forget-me-not. A little bit of forget-me-not blue. I wonder if I can, well, I wonder if I can ship things. I'm going to be going to Portugal in May. That's pretty far away, though. I was like, oh, maybe I can just wait and ship it when I get there. But no, I'll bite the bullet and ship it. If you win and you live somewhere I'm allowed to mail you something to, I will ship it to you there. There we go. Blue and very tight little spaces in here, so let's scooch a little dot right there. We'll do that as a whatever. Boop, boop, boop. A little bit more. A little bit more. I'm going to do that as a real light dot. That seems good. Now, a little bit more. Just to fill these in. Because remember, you can always go darker. It's harder to go lighter. So I'm just going to top these off just a little bit. Can we see what's going on? There we go. Drew, you got the camera scope. Yo, it is super handy. Technology is crazy these days. Imagine how much that microscope camera would have cost 10 years ago. All right, we're going to do our dark bluish green, dark water. Hopefully we won't have any trouble with it. We have a nice blue down already. Dark water. We'll be okay. I'm debating, is it gonna go? It'll be fine. I do want to grab some of the, well, we'll just do this in the first one. Are we, is there a link? No, you just have to go to, there were a million links. There's probably 20 different miscellaneous, you know, like those places that have weird names on Amazon Prime. If you email me, I might be able to look it up and send you a link. But I think, honestly, just do a search for microscope camera, and you'll see millions of them, and they're all $40. Not millions. I mean, maybe millions is a slight exaggeration. Get a little bit of this right here. But just slight. A little bit of the blue can hang out down there. A little bit. It's very dry. I'm going to have to add some water to our friend here because he is sucking up all of this moisture. There you go. He was very thirsty. Very thirsty. A little bit more. There we go. There we go. Now we'll start bringing in our blue. I think that'll be fine. Let's get our ultramarine. Ultramarine. God, I'm so excited about going to Portugal. I spent a good portion of my day off this weekend just looking at all the places that we're going to go visit. And obviously I'm teaching a class, but we're doing a bicycle trip. We're going to be riding bicycles, self-guided bicycle tour from Porto, Portugal to Santiago de Compostela, which is, it's a dream of mine. I've always wanted to do that, you know, the walk to Santiago de Compostela, but I think a bicycle ride will be a good start. That's not true. I have been to Spain back in the, I'm going to age myself, back in the 90s, early 90s, with my trusty Let's Go Europe book and my Eurail pass. I spent probably 2 days in Madrid. There we go. Feeling like I want a little bit of blue here. Let's pull some of this blue down over here. I even got my bike out this weekend, and I wiped it all down. It was all crusty. Oh, I forgot his other little antenna over here. And I quite literally spent like an hour getting it all tuned up, filling in the tires, and then I'm like, rode it around the block, and I'm like, all right, I remember how to ride a bike. I'll just put it away until then. I know I need to practice more before, for sure, but it was proof of concept. There we go. See, we have one more. Let me grab the greens. Totally forgot that he has a second. Oh, it even continues up here. Although that doesn't really make sense, does it? It's extra long. What is this? Well, he has a really, really extra long antenna over there. I'm going to go with it. Just because, why not? Doesn't make that much sense. But what you gonna do? That'll be fine. That is good. Let's continue along. 18. A little bit of this. Make sure you can still see. Yep. Very thirsty. Not that much water. Just the right amount of water. I don't even know why I thought we'd get to both of these pieces today, but I'm always way overestimating the amount of things I think I can do during a stream. That's good. Get some of this dark. That's good. Maybe a little bit. Oh wait, that's that's his belly. Oops, that's fine. Adds character. There's that. Let me get some of this darker color. Well, and what I like about this little guy is it has a little light attached, And it has a manual. It's just a little knob to change, so you can manually, which is something I wish more cameras had, because sometimes the autofocus is so frustrating. So, and if you want, I'll show it to you. Let me show you the setup. I'm going to move the camera so you can see. Oops. Oop, I'm too zoomed in. There it is to the right here. I have it taped to the camera. Sorry, the thing does not pivot. I guess I could do this. Here we are. So it's this right here, just taped. And it's connected with a cord to my laptop. So hopefully that didn't mess everything up. There we go. We got that. There we go. That's good. Boop. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Did not take the Vimeo. Subscribe to Vimeo. Boom. There we go. Do it. Do it. Now we got this dark water. We'll get to this. There we go. All right, I'm going to do these dots while we still have a little bit of moisture, because these are different areas, so I don't want to have to re-wet this whole area just to get these dots in. So we're going to do blue dots over here, and we're going to introduce our 546 blue over here. Here you go. Here, here. There we go. And maybe right here. That's good. And maybe right there. Big blob right there. Get some water sitting right on top of those wires. And a slightly darker. How about forget-me-not? Right there. And then we'll do the bluish green ones over here. And you know what? I don't want to do that aqua just yet, so I'm going to do just, where's my very pale blue? I know I pulled it. Do not hide from me. Oh, N57, is that the, oh, I pulled the wrong one over. Well, let me just go grab it. Sticky tape. And I know, I love this Gorilla tape. I am in love with it. I have all the cords taped down. It's really good. It's easy to tear. You know, you don't need a pair of scissors, which is awesome. And I'm getting blue. I got up for a reason. And where did I put, oh, I put him over here. Very pale blue. Here you are. There we go. I'm just going to put some very pale blue in there just because. We'll put a darker color in the next one. It's 2 o'clock. We got a little bit of that. Lulu says, I think all jewelers are part engineers. We all have to figure things out. It's so true. And I remember when I first started learning this thing, I was really resistant to having to jerry-rig things. I thought that there should be a tool ready to go for every little thing. But you know how jewelry has like, jewelry is the thing of a million tools, a million unitaskers. But now I'm always like, this isn't quite working. What can I do to make it better? And my dad is an engineer, so electrical engineer, which I don't know anything about that. I'm gonna let this drop. You think this drop's gonna go? No. I'll put one more drop, and then I'm gonna make sure that these enamels are pressed down. Where did I put that toothpick? Here you are. Remember our toothpick. Remember early on we put that piece of gold foil right there? I'm just going to jam this toothpick. Make sure. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Now we're just going to do these little background areas. Then it's just flowers and that rainbow thing, which we haven't even... I'm going to say that this is what we're doing today. When we're done with this first coat of color, we'll fire it. And that will probably be the day. That will be the day. So let us continue with the dark right over here. We've got that. And I promise on Friday, we will do the mouse. The first coat on the mouse. We're going to do one coat on this, one coat on the mouse, and then we will tag team them. There we go. Definitely need some water in here. And I want to get a little bit more of that turquoise. Right there. That's going to throw you a little bit more up there too while I'm eyeballing things. I'm going to get some more water up there too. There we go. One more, one more, one more. Doop. It's good. That is good. That's good, that's good. Oh, you know, I'm going to pull some of that out. I really want some of that blue over here. Yeah, let me add a big drop of water. I want... There you go. I'm going to pull some of this out because I want more blue. It's hard to get the enamels out of these curlicues once you've put them in, but you can kind of unwind them. Just kind of flick it out. We're going to do more of the forget-me-not a little bit over here. And I'm going to take a little bit. Yeah, it's good enough. It's very thin. Now we're going to replace it with a little forget-me-not blue. I like that better. Maybe even a little bit over here. There we go. Just have a little bit more. Truth be told, I Just like that color a lot, and I want to see more of it now. Here, a little bit squeezed on in there. That's good. Now let's get some of our pretty dark blue. Be good. Now dark blue all the way over here. Gotta put a lot of water. Might as well put a little water right in there too. See that it kind of creeped under there? That's fine. I actually don't mind that. Oops. Oh, we have a little tiny bit of blue right there. Boop, 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 boop. All right, I think we are ready to do our flowers. This guy and that guy. So our blues, we didn't use these. I'm setting the ones I didn't use here because I will forget. And blues can go back up over here. And our flowers are kind of shades of butter and gold and green and milky white. So let us grab those. And I'm going to take one quick sip of my water. There we go, there we go. And so let's just, which one should we start with? Well, let's get the colors. We want our oranges, which are already here. We're going to get our vivid yellow going. Don't need much of it. A little of this stuff goes a long way. We want our kind of buttery yellow. Very, very pale yellow. Everything has so many different shades. And I gotta dump out, look at this gross water. Oop, I'm gonna dump that out and make room for more. And you know, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna grab some fresh, clean water. So, because that's looking pretty good, but It is time. Let's see, where do we put the distilled? Nice. Now, there we are, nice and fresh. Dust mitigation complete. Now, okay, so we got yellow, 2 shades of yellow. Pour that off, so we got that. And you know what? I also want regular middle yellow. There's not much left, but it should be enough. And then just the 2 whites, the semi-opaque white and the translucent white. Translucent. That should do it. We've got all the greens already washed. So I know these look exactly the same. One of them is semi-opaque and one is translucent. We don't necessarily need to do a wash per se, but we have to just kind of freshen them up. So just a little bit like that. Kind of gets a bit clumpy, but we'll work around those clumps because I am feeling like that would be appropriate. And I don't mind, see how it's still kind of milky there? That's fine because this is translucent. We want that to be a little milky. So we will not get those confused. That would be sad. And so this one on the right is more orange, green to orange. The one on the left is pure yellow. So and there's one in the front, duh. Yellow, wait, the one in the front is orange. I completely forgot we have a third flower here. There it is. But we'll start with this one. Let me scoot you over. This flower right here is going to be some greens and maybe this would be better to be orange and orange, green and orange. Got it. Got it. Let me scooch over. Let me see what's going on. So, a little bit of a start, a little dollop of green right there, and a little dollop of green right there. Let's get our chartreuse. It's good. Honestly, we'll do a dark color there. A little chartreuse. And then N42. Where are you at? Did you go? Why do I still have this gold leaf out? You sit over there. Oh, here you are. N42, trying to hide over with the blues. That's not going to work. I'm going to put a little bit of blue here. Blue. A little bit like that. Maybe just a little bit. And then we're going to do just a little bit of this orange. Just to add a little foil from the orange earlier on. A little bit of this. I wonder if I should have gone a little bit. Let's push it down and do a little yellow first and then the orange. I am just, it's like I've never done this before. There we scooch, make some room, make some room. I want to do a touch of yellow, pale yellow. I'm going to do a dollop of yellow right there too, while I have a dollop. I don't hate that. Glowing praise. Oops. Now our little bit of orange. A little bit of orange. And maybe a dollop of, no, no, no. It's dark. A little bit of this. That's good. A touch of yellow. Just around here. And right here. And here. That's good. That's good. Now let's grab our 210 is the semi-opaque. We want to put that towards the end, the edge. Pour out some of that water. Just like that. A little bit on this end. Is that a piece of hair? Good. Little dollop right there, and then switch to the translucent white. It's a great color combo. That will segue us into these transparent colors. Just pull some of that, pull a little bit of orange right in here. There we go. Maybe even, oh yeah, right there, right there. Perfect. Now we're going to do a little dollop of the semi-opaque in that one circle, you know, for variety. Right in there. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. That looks good. Now we're going to do this guy. Right there, we'll get the smaller one going. I do need to rearrange because, let's see. Right there, like that will be okay. And if this one's orange, that's going to be, this is just going to be pure yellow. I think that will be a better thing. So just yellow. Let's get some of this vivid yellow. Wait, not that. Well, maybe. Yes, yes, yes. A little of this vivid yellow in this dot right here for sure. And then just a kiss of it right there. Maybe even going to this citron. good. Pull a little green. That should be enough. And then the yellow. Right here. And a little yellow there. Don't hate that. Maybe just a little bit of now let's get our semi-opaque to 10. Oops. Make sure that it's good. Right on the tip there. Ah, I know what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put I want to dollop right there. Yes. That will be good. Now, a little of this. There. Get a little baby yellow, and then we will call that one done. Maybe some just over here too. Should be good. All right, 2 flowers down, 1 to go. Let's move you up here. You probably need to pivot you up. There we go, just to make sure. Oop, my gross hand's in the way. Disgusting. There we go. That looks like it will work. Last little one. I wish I did a little bit more orange. Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Definitely going to start with the green here. Oh, I forgot to do this area right here. We'll get that in a second. There's always something. Let's get some of this. Let me get a touch of this 42. Just a little bit. That be good. A little bit of water. There Where's our regular yellow? A bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. Tiny amount of orange. That's good. So close. That's fine. Now I want, let's throw a vivid yellow right here. Here. Vivid yellow. Pale yellow. That's good. And maybe a dollop right there of yellow. That one will be white. Perfect, perfect. There's that. Lucent. A little bit of this white. Oh, stupid little dot. Get out of there. Now before I forget, remember we have this little area right here that I forgot to put any color in, so I'm going to do that right now. A little bit of turquoise. And then, where's our dark turquoise? Where is the dark turquoise? Oh, it's right here. There's like a blind spot right to my left that things can hide and I can't see them. But it's really easy to set things down there. There we go, there we go. So I'm just going to do one more thing on this. I'm not actually going to do the rainbow thing yet, but I'm going to do a little bit of black in that background to punch up these circles. But I'm going to turn on the kiln. I think it is a good time. I want to stand up and stretch my legs anyway. So let's go to, and also Why set up the Kiln cam if you're never going to use it? There's the Kiln cam. So exciting. Kiln isn't even on. Let's go turn it on so it will be ready for when we are ready. Let's plug you in. It's not even plugged in. There we go, buddy. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Doing real good. What am I setting it at? That is a good question. I'm going to do 400 Fahrenheit, 760 Celsius, which is going to be a little lower. Sorry about all the beeping. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Start. Yes, yes, yes. That was an exciting trip. That will take a couple minutes. And we will go back to the workbench. Hello. Ugh, what is the... Now, let's grab a little black, a little bit of this, and what I'm going to do is see these dots. I'm going to get all of this out of the way. I'm going to work around these dots and pick out the black. There's a right like that. And we're going to not do any of the rainbow color until the next firing. So this is going to take a moment to kind of squeeze this black enamel in between these ridiculous dots. I always regret it when I'm doing this, having made these dots. Oh, I guess, are we looking at the right thing? Let's see. Yes, you can kind of see what's going on there. So yes, that will be the plan. We're in the home stretch for this. And I wonder, would it be faster if I, to be honest, yes, it would definitely be a little bit faster not streaming, but honestly not that much. And yeah, that was an answer that I asked myself in my head. No one actually asked. There we go. Good. Now we'll scooch around like that. There we go. It's kind of sticking out a little bit, but I'm going to just work around it. I'm going to have to come up with a better, I like the polka dot look, but I don't like how hard it is. and it's not perfect. It's on my agenda to find out a better way. Wick a little bit of that moisture. Just, there we go. 230. And this brush is at that perfect amount of frayed. See how it is like a, I don't know if you can see on the camera. See how it's like, let me hold it over something. See right there, it has a little tiny hook on it. If you're looking on the, that is the perfect brush tip, because it just picks up the tiniest amount. See the tiniest amount? It hooks it. It never stays like this. This is just, you know, everything is transient in life and in enameling. But while this brush is like this, it is the perfect enameling tool for me. Just perfect. And I gotta get, there's this piece of drip of water that I don't want. Go away. There we go. Nice. Now we're just going to do this last little bit right here. Probably no water. Where do I want to start? How about right there? Just got to pick a place and go. Oops, don't want the black there. Just remember, the obstacle in your way is the path forward. Let's see, we're seeing that. All right, I think we have at least filled in everything except for the dotty dots. And I could put a little dollop of yellow just to fill them in a little bit. Here, yellow to baby pink. We could do that. I don't hate that idea at all. If I can do that, let me see if I can do it without messing things up. We have a little bit of time. The kiln is at 1134 Fahrenheit. So I am just going to put 1 dollop of enamel in each of these little areas and hope I don't want to pull any of that black into it. That's fine. It'll do. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Hold on, I gotta get some. Oh, that's fired in. Whatever, can't get. It's sealed in at this point. That's fine. Tiny dollop in each one in preparation for the orange and the fuchsia and the rainbow that we're going to build there. Let's make sure you can see that. I definitely want to get a little thing, and then we're going to call that that's good. Then that other stuff will be purple. I think that'll be good. Honestly, I think that is good to go. So there we go. I'm going to turn off. I guess you can see the details right there. I'm going to turn off the microscope. There we go. Just so we can get the full view of what's going on. I am going to let this dry, and the kiln is not quite up to temperature, but you know what? It's probably a good, it is almost, well, it's been a good 2.5 hours. I'm going to call that good. Is it 2.5? Noon? Yes. So I think that's a good amount of streaming. Certainly you all have something better to do. So here's the plan. And I'm going to go fire this, and I'll post a photo of it so you can see what it looks like when it is after this have been fired. And I will be back at noon Eastern Standard Time on Friday. And I promise I will be there. I'm not going to cancel. And we will do the second one. Remember our friend, this is what we'll be doing. We'll get our first coat on this little guy on Friday. And you know what? If we're feeling bold, we might get, the second coats always go so much faster. So that is what we will be doing. So yeah, I'm going to call it right here. So that is all, everybody. I'll go to the selfie real fast just because. Hello. Don't forget to follow me, subscribe if you want. And the last little thing, Here's the Etsy store. Go buy some jewelry if you want. Also, I sell kits, enameling kits there if you are subscribing to Vimeo and you want supplies. I mean, they're pretty basic. Don't forget, here's the Vimeo. Vimeo, do that. And also, we have a Discord server. Yeah, whatever. I did not invent this number. There we go. Why is it backwards? Whatever. That number is the Discord. If you want to talk about all things enameling, please join my Discord. And then also, don't forget about the enamel art jam. Big announcement about that coming up this weekend. So those are the things you should check out. Thanks, Peg. You always are. It's always a joy to know that somebody is watching. So Orion, thank you, and have a great rest of your week. And happy Valentine's Day. Go do something romantic, whatever, if that floats your boat. Take care, everybody.